I could learn a little something from you. What you got to teach me in brewing? We're gonna do a nature check when you're ready.
Quick interrupt. Are we offline?
We are
I think
offline.
we're offline.
Oh, we'll be
Okay.
offline?
Yeah, he just put it back on.
Oh, okay. What did we miss? Okay. All right. So you're brewing. Go ahead and tell me, what do you know about brewing ale, Mr. Durgan Snowbeard?
And I'll do a nature check.
He's taking you. All right. So he takes you back for a second. He's like, "Well, Durgan, here, let me show you this backroom brewery. In the meantime, you and your group, Mr. Bard, here." And he flicks. He throws a coin over to the Bard. "If you don't mind, if you want to sing a song, they loved you last time, but I highly suggest you don't let your friend drink again. Her dancing, not so great. Plus the puking really dirtied up the room. The housekeeper was very upset. But you're singing, Mr. Bard. Go for it if you want." And then he's like, "And drinks for the rest of you." All right, so he takes you back and you do your nature roll.
I miss my hair.
So you do your
I
nature
suppose this is going to
roll.
be a bit more morose than my previous performance.
It's gonna be a sad love song.
Very, very sad. A lament for lost hair.
But you do that roll for the nature as you're combining the brewery stuff. Give me all right, so you pass the nature. Now you notice that give me another perception roll. Beat a 15. If you do this, then you've taught him a new recipe, Durgan, and we'll name it Snowbeard's Ale. Right, you've put the right ingredients. You see that his ingredients were as high quality. Got those in. Now do that perception roll for me. Oh, and you got it. All right, so you notice that the mash on his ale, like that little bubbly stuff that comes up when you're making alcohol. Not that I know how to make alcohol out of it still, but when the mash is coming up and everything, and you notice that it's not bubbling up as right. And you take out this small pouch of high quality yeast. You pour it in, and that bubbles it up. And as you take out a glass, so he takes a sip. Oh! Well, I don't know what you put in there, but I surely got to give up some of it. This is some of the best ale I ever tasted. You know what? I'm going to do? Not your friends, because I can't afford all them. They'd probably drink me out the house and home, especially that barbarian there, that Luca one. But what I can do is for you get free drink now. Lifetime for free. No more than 2 per visit. But free alcohol. Free ales for you.
That's very kind of you. I'm happy to improve the ale of everyone I meet. So I'll even share some of the hops that I've gathered, and I'll actually grab out a small pouch that has some like hops that I've gathered and with some dirt, and I'll use Druidcraft to sprout it. So he sprout some fresh hops for him.
Oh, so this is your secret. Thank you, Mr. Snowbeard. Like I said, your ale is now on the menu. Snowbeard's Ale. Guarantee it's gonna become some of the best around here in Arabelle. All right. Yeah. So you've now got Snowbeard's Ale, and as y'all are walking back, he's having a great laugh as he's drinking ale. Mako, did you decide if you're singing? I guess you're doing your song about your hair.
So yeah, I guess I was listening at the doorway, and my attention span just ran out, and I overheard what was going on down the stairs. So I came down and started singing.
All right. I forgot you were still at the damn door. That's my
I did too.
I forgot you at the door. See,
What
it happens when
we're not renowned for our ability to focus long term on things. So.
Yeah, thank you for RPing while you left and creating a good narrative and fixing my F up. All right. See, this is why I love this group. See, this is what Dungeons and Dragons is. Crazy stuff. All right. So as you walk in, everybody's in there, and you see Midnight come, Midnight, the girl. Oh, yeah, you do know her name now. She's walking downstairs, and she kind of gets in the center of it. I need to talk to all of you. Do you have a moment?
Absolutely.
Of course.
Is everybody there with Midnight?
Yep.
All right.
Check in.
Yeah, and I got my little tinker, just holding it over to Durgan every once in a while, just halfway. But I'm listening.
All right, so everybody's there. I see. I haven't met your other friends yet here in your party, but I have met Luca and Mako. So let me tell you a little bit about what might happen. I greatly appreciate that you had watched over me. Can you tell me? I can't remember everything after an incident, but what was I like when I came in?
We're utilizing some pretty powerful magic to shield the denizens of this town from a terrible apocalyptic storm. And we were kind of curious about that.
That sounds about right. That sounds great. All right, so as she kind of leans in, and her face takes on this pallor of really of seriousness, and you notice for even the Dendians in the rest of the kind of the tavern, they quieted down, because they haven't seen her, but they know that she was a big deal when she came in because the pendant, and she was glowing with a great force. So, the music, a little bit has died down. The chatter has died. You can almost get the sense that everyone's trying to almost listen in on your conversation. She goes, yes, that sounds about correct, especially after what I had experienced. I think it's only right that I tell you what had happened. I was out praying, and there was a sudden silence, and there was darkness all around me. There were darker shadows and tree trunks seemed to sway and shift gently, but there was no sound. And then I saw before me a glowing form beginning to shine, a blue-white radiance growing stronger amid the trees, approaching. Then the radiance grew brighter and nearer, and then a gentle voice whispered in my head, I said I would return when you are ready, little one. Know me now, sister. And then a dark figure seemed to move out of the trees, surrounded by a nimbus of blue-white light. And she almost looks like, she's amazed. And again, now the people in the thing are really whispering. The lights have grown kind of low. There's this real interest in what she's saying. It's like, and you hear a little bit of whispers. Oh, who is she? Her name was Midnight. Oh, she tell the story. All right, and then she looks at you. She says, it was Mistra, mother of magic, was before me. Her face was hidden in a shadow of her own radiance, but I knew it was her. She spoke to me. For years now, you have worshipped me, albeit in your own way. Now, Midnight, you can do me great worship. I shall reward thee now and in the future. Will you serve me? And she asked me that, and of course I told her, of course, Mistra. And she said, good. I will entrust you to something of mine. Guard it well. You cannot make use of it, but in turn, it cannot harm thee. Then she raised her hands to her throat, and a blue white kindled there between her palms. The lights of her face, that of a beautiful, willful young woman with hints of a long-born pain. Then her eyes, they met mine. I couldn't believe it. And she smiled at me. And you see this happiness in her face. Other people, their mouths are now agape. Even the innkeeper, he was pouring a drink, and it's overflowing into the cup, and he stops for a second, and as he's listening to this amazing story. And then she said, take this of me, Midnight. I shall seek out its return in time. And then she held out her hand to me, and in them there was a blue-white radiance shimmering with unearthly beauty. It was the power of her art, trapped in a blue-white star that she had seemed to pluck from the sky itself. And it was a crystal, though, in a gem, and it was set in a chain of metal. And she looks at the chain, and the gem around her pendant, and she held it out to me. And when I touched the pendant, it was silken soft, and it was warm to the touch. And she let me know it could not be broken. For the service, and she spoke once more, for the service, sister, in art, I reward you in time to come. Now, choose one spell from those you already command. Whenever you cast it, you should be able to recall it and cast it again thrice more, 4 times in all by my grace. Choose now, other matters press me. And I chose at that moment. I was pressed, and I chose a spell that I knew would work for me. Then I thanked Mistra. My thanks, sister. Receive now Mistra's boon. And the glowing form of Mistra seemed to step forward, no longer hidden in darkness. She seemed to be clad only in blue-white radiance. She embraced me. And I could feel the power and ecstasy of the art coursing through her. Then the next thing I know, I was alone with the pendant. And I was cured of all my pain and any sickness that I had possibly felt, for I was not feeling well already. And I was covered in a glow from my head to my toe. And at that moment, I remember walking off, and Mistra had said, the gods have fallen, my sister. They walk the earth now. Be warned, for they shall seek thee. And then I woke up here. And she looks down. She begins kind of like holding the rest of the inn. The gods. You hear it begins to whisper. The gods are walking. That's why magic is wrong. The gods have come down to Fae'run. The gods are here. You hear a little kid. Mommy, I'm scared. Gods are walking the earth. I'm scared. And the town trier. He runs out the door. The gods have come to Fae'run.
I really believe we should have had this conversation in private.
This seems way more than...
People begin milling out of the tavern. There's whispers and chatter. You see the innkeeper, he has his head in his hand. What do y'all want to do? Mistra's right in front of you. You've heard all this, and now you know what's going on, why magic, the gods themselves, you don't know why, but they fall into the earth.
Luca,
Dugrin, what do you think about all this?
Well, it's as a cleric, I've always had a close relationship with my god, but to have them all come to the earth, well, could cause some problems, because if the gods are coming, who else is going to show up?
Well, we don't know for sure that that's happened. I mean, she may just be insane.
Yes, I'll be completely honest with you. None of this makes sense to me.
but
This could as well be lunacy.
Everyone seem panicked by this revelation?
Yes, because of the storm, people are beginning to make the connection. Like, that's why the great storm, the stars falling from the sky, it was the gods themselves. That's what's going on. There's all sorts of wilds. What will happen now? Well, oh my God, if it's not just the good gods, maybe it's the evil ones as well. Maybe this is why clerics haven't been receiving any of the spells and haven't been able to hear the voice of the gods. What's going on? There's glasses are dropping, because people are freaking out. More people are milling out. Some people are beginning to cry.
Luca, you did say that maybe that rock that we found was trying to find shelter. What if Lathander is here in this village?
Hmm.
It was an idle theory.
But if was
Something
she's
You
Go ahead.
believe something that fell out of the sky is somebody or something?
I mean this, and I pull it out.
this is what we found in the temple before you.
Showing it.
Yes, we should.
So you're showing it to Midnight, then I take it.
Yes. Does
And
this
she-
mean anything to you?
He looks at Sparrow. She takes it. This is what you found in the temple.
Yeah.
Yes.
He looks at it. I have no recollection of this.
I'll take it back. With
Me-
all due respect, Midnight, I know there's a lot of power going on right now, but if gods were falling to the earth, it'd be a lot worse than this.
We should really independently verify this. What's the largest temple in this town?
That was the Temple of Lathander that you had visited.
Hmm.
You hear the innkeeper. He's talking to someone, and you had just heard the temple. Did you hear about the Temple of Bane at the Zantel Keep? He kind of overhears you. Heard that was destroyed, lying in smoke and ruins, and all the gods and clerics there were killed.
Good.
Bane appeared there to his followers in the
Oh, no?
aftermath of destruction. Heard this happened on that great night of the storm. Might be just a rumor, though.
What's Bane?
It's Bane.
A very evil god.
Yeah. So what is it? God of destruction, chaos. Is that right?
Yep. You hear another person. Oh, I'd heard something similar. Gods are the clerics, of course, can only gain the simplest magic through prayer. Perhaps that's why. Yeah, and you know Mako with that roll, 17. You know who Bane is. You have a clear understanding of Bane, the god of Lord, kind of destruction and murder.
I mean, it kind of makes sense. I mean, I know it's far-fetched, but it also kind of makes sense, seeing as we were just at the Temple of Lathander, and the highest priest couldn't even fix Luca. If they're supposed to pray to their gods and their gods are not answering, I don't know. This is all weird.
You hear a woman from the side. I was in Saloon not too long ago, in Zambia, and on the night of the great storm and the great fires, lightning was visible for miles. There was no sign of the mistress magic herself. Caitlin Highland was visiting Sudia, and she survived. So even Mistress Temple had been destroyed. It must be true. The gods have fallen. But why? Was it something we have done? Are we lost? People, or again, there's just panic and confusion.
So, Midnight, aside from panic on all the people in the town, you said you had something for us. The information is appreciated. Did you have some request? Otherwise, we can take it from here.
Right now, I need to continue to pray to my gods. I feel as if this something, maybe Mistra, will come to me again. Can I see your stone again?
I give it back to her.
Let me hold on to this. And I feel as if this must be important if it struck the temple. Let me pray, and maybe I can get an answer from Mistra herself, if she'll grant me her grace once more. Do you mind if I hold on to this and you could come and check with me later?
Be my guest.
All right. So she takes it, and she holds her pendant, and she's beginning to to take a little sip of the drink, and she grabs the rock and she goes upstairs and she says one last thing. Don't know why this has happened, but I get the sense as if we're chosen, all of us, for something greater. Or if not, why would you have been here to help me? There must be a reason, and we shall find it together. And she takes the rock and she begins to walk back upstairs to her room.
Well, I could use a rest, and then you want to check out the Baal temple after that? Oh, it's not the Baal.
That's all the way in
Oops, Freudian slip. Would you like to check out the Bane temple after that?
Well, the Bane temple is all the way over in the
Zento Kiev. That was just a bunch of rumors they were like telling you about, like info that they had heard from other things that were going on.
It's like in another country.
Gotcha.
It has
This
brought
is-
us together.
I believe
Probably
this is
the last
all.
place I'd want to be in this sort of divine muck up.
I don't understand any of this, but how can we trust that person?
Exactly.
I don't know if it's a matter of
she-
trust or just believing her. She might be crazy at this point.
It sounds like it, to be completely honest. No offense, dwarf man.
Y'all think Midnight's crazy.
If fate really has brought us together,
Oh.
I will remind you that fate is not always kind.
I don't think she's crazy. I just, she believes what she believes. I don't know. I might be crazy, I'm feeling a little crazy. Am I drunk?
Roll Constitution check. Or
No,
Constitution. If you score above a 15, oh nope, you did not score above a
Oh,
15.
got it too.
Looks like those crit you rolled beginning are coming back to haunt you.
They really are.
So you are Sparrow. You are listening to all this, and you had been drinking the whole time. I guess Midnight was telling you this story of what had happened to her and how she came across this magical pendant that was given to her by an actual god. So and she had the radiance of the gods within her. But I guess you like the story. You were just drinking away, listening to that story, and you are now pretty drunk. Roll me another.
Man,
Roll me another con, 15 or above, to see if you puke. You just like to puke in the tavern.
no,
Nope.
I didn't
No
puke this
puking.
time.
You're learning to handle. You're starting to develop a little bit of a tolerance for alcohol.
We have we have a dwarf in our vicinity, so I gotta play it cool.
Yeah, Snowbeard's ale is a little bit easier on the stomach. It's not
Yeah.
brown liquor like tequila.
So, Sir Scoop, I'm not willing to trust that God's coming to the earth is what's going on, but if people believe that's what's going on, what's our next move?
You're asking me,
Yeah, I mean, you have a head on your
noble
shoulder.
warrior. This is more the realm of.
What do we do?
I'm thinking priest. Ask a priest.
So you were saying that we go to the source of more panic?
I have no idea. This is way outside of my ken. God's walking on the earth.
I
mean,
think we should just
terrified-
go back to our own. We should just ignore that and figure out what else to do for the city. I think worrying about this any further is pointless.
Well, there's one problem for more than a couple of us. Our spells, they're causing problems. Right? So we have to solve this one way or another.
You're not wrong.
Is it
Perhaps
old magic or just arcane magic?
It
Arcane
is.
magic has wacky effects like him. And clerical spells, they seem like they work just fine up to a limit. The more mundane spells are okay, the rest not so much.
Well, that was good then. I didn't notice any craziness in my prayers, so everything's okay there.
perhaps we could go back to the Temple of the Thunder, see what they make of all this.
Well, I need to rest my horns, so You folks want to go ahead or rest as well?
I would also like to rest.
Yeah. Belle, is it okay if I share your room? Like, you know how I get when I get drunk.
Of
So,
course.
yeah.
Chicken and I will take care of you.
Oh, your chicken pooped on you earlier. Is chicken okay?
I'm working on that.
Oh, okay. And I don't. Whoever leads me upstairs is who I sleep with.
I'll take her up.
Are you gonna pick up Sparrow?
I don't know if I have to pick her up, yeah, but I thought I was just gonna help her walk up.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, you don't have to pick her up unless she wants to pass out. But she passed her con check for not puking, so you don't have to worry about dodging puke this time. So you pick her up and you go upstairs. Is everybody going upstairs to rest? Should I assume, or
I'm going upstairs.
Before we go to rest, could we go hit up the wig maker real quick?
Yeah, I wanted to go out into the town too, just because there's still a little bit of time left in the day, right?
Well, actually, it's really late, man. It's about 2:00 in the morning. It's
Oh,
like,
right, because we waited till midnight for the alleyway meeting.
yeah, so it's late as hell.
Gotcha.
Probably.
I should definitely go to sleep.
Oh, I like that yawn. Was that real?
Acting.
Oh. That was pretty good.
No, I'll throw up a Leoman's tiny hut inside of a room if anyone else wants that. Join me.
I'll just grab a room.
All right, so everybody's getting a room.
Separate rooms.
Right. Separate room. Everybody's getting a separate room. Should I take? Unless somebody says
I'm
differently.
with.
Well, me and
I'm
Sparrow.
guardian with Sparrow.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, that's right. You and Sparrow. Okay, so you and Sparrow in a room, but everybody else is separate. All right. Nothing goes on that night. Okay. There's no craziness. No one tries to get you. You do wake up in the morning, though, and I'll let y'all RP your wake up. So y'all let me know you're going downstairs.
So where we want to go next?
Wig shop.
Yes. Let's get this man a wig. He's been talking about it forever.
After that high priority quest, what next?
That's
Gods are walking the earth, and I need hair.
the song he sung last night about it. I think that's almost drove me to drink. Let's go get him a
Right?
week.
So sad.
Tony, do we have any clues as to what to do next?
In a moment.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. Okay.
Things
So
are
in that
coming.
case-
Things are coming.
In that case, we'll ask around where the best wig shop is.
You hear it. Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry, Bill. I'm just gonna pull him aside real quick. I know what happened a couple days ago, like changed you a little bit. I know you had to use torment, and I know you don't like doing that. Are you okay?
Yeah, it's that push and pull. Like my long-term plan, if I can stay devoted to Ilmater, if I can grow as a paladin, grow in strength, I can control this thing. Then she becomes another weapon. As nasty as it is, it won't own me anymore.
Well, I know you like to pray to Ilmater, and if you ever want company, I will gladly pray with you. But like,
You've had suffering in your life. Ilmater would speak to you. You
yeah,
should come with me.
I could use a little bit of guidance, to be honest. But maybe I know the others didn't really have a really they're not okay with that. And I know you can't help it, but one day we will surely find a way for you to break that bond.
Well, I know you have my back. And of course, I always have yours.
Of course. And then I'll hug you.
I kind of awkwardly react. The pattern.
No, it's like this, and then I'll Then I put his arms around my waist and I'm like, this is how you hug, okay?
There's a lot of things I need to learn, Sparrow.
I know.
Like
and-
hand kissing.
Hi, Mako.
What
How
is the
are you?
I did not sleep well last night. Just this whole existential quandary that we're in about the gods walking the earth. Like Bale, you want to go see Ilmater? He's wandering around somewhere out here. Just go find him. I mean, where is it? This is insane.
I would tend to agree.
Like, should I just go find my gods? They're out there somewhere too, right? Just wandering around. Where's Timora right now? Is she like, is she sleeping in today? Is she like at a bed and breakfast? I don't know.
Maybe
No,
she's
she's
at a
probably-
gambling hall.
Or finding you some hair.
This is really messing with me.
I really.
You know, I could see Timora running a casino.
I mean, yeah. Why? Where's the nearest casino? / hair emporium. Ugh.
It's okay, Mako. And then I just like pat his bald head and I'm just like, ooh, that feels weird.
Ooh, that's smooth.
Smooth.
It's uncomfortably
I would
warm.
like to nominate Mako for a inspiration for actually shaving his head for this.
No way, did he? I can't see.
Yeah, he
Oh,
did.
holy
He-
shit!
He did.
Holy shit.
Dedication.
Dude, you
You're
get
just now realizing.
I never, because I can't always see the stream because I'm focused on everything else. It's like, I'm working Roll20. I just switched over. Yo, he gets not just one inspiration. I don't care if this isn't a rule. That mofo's getting double inspiration. Double inspiration. First time in history of D&D, you shave your head to play in one of my games. Dude, you're getting something special. I'm gonna have to figure out.
I'm just trying to chase Eric. That dude's dyeing his face blue every other week. I mean, that's the
Eric,
rabbit
is,
right there.
Eric,
That's the
Eric
rabbit to
gets
chase.
Eric gets like weapons and tons of awesome stuff. I give Eric all the awesome weapons.
I have
Oh,
you
my
said-
whip as
put it away.
well.
Put it away, quick.
But shaving your head,
Evil whip.
that's over the top too, man. I gotta say, everybody in this group is over the top. The way they dress up and go crazy and help us out, man. Thank you, man. So, wow, that's okay. So, double inspiration for shaving your head.
Take it. Thank you.
So you're saying some Deus Ex Machina is going to happen?
Yes. All right. So, are you all done talking and waking up?
We're headed to the wig shop.
Okay. Before you head out to the wig shop, as y'all are in the tavern itself, some guards come in. Right behind you. They walk in. Y'all are greeting in the wig shop. I'm here. And they look at y'all. You, and you. Not the dwarf. He wasn't a part of it. But we need all of you to come with us. We've got some questioning.
Hey. Where we go, he goes, okay? Don't disrespect my friend like that.
What is the issue?
Apparently you've been brandishing weapons. There's also reports that you were involved in a mugging.
And I'm brandishing.
Yeah, the other side of it.
Where have you heard these reports?
There are 2 people that were brought in by the guards that claim that you attacked them and that they were simply enjoying themselves, resting with their time, not doing anything, and when you asked for directions, that you then demanded money. We need you to come down and clear this up. The sheriff wants to speak to you.
Officers, we would be glad to come with you and clear up all of this with your supervisor.
Just
Good.
May we get the poor man a week first.
Are you what?
May we get the poor man a week first.
I didn't understand.
Can we get the poor man a wig first?
Oh. What does he need a wig? That doesn't matter
quite
to the
bald.
questions.
As you can see. No, thank you, Luca. No, I think we should probably take care of this now. There'll be time for wigs later.
Very ready.
All right, so you all follow, and they gather. Give us your weapons, please.
Can't have mine.
I've never used this. Give her the warhammer.
Then
Well,
make sure they stay sheathed.
If there's any concern, like I could carry the weapons if that'll help. Since I'm not involved with any of these charges, right?
He
I'll
looks at
give
the other.
him. I'll give him one weapon, my dagger, which I never use.
He looks at the other guard. That would make us feel more comfortable. We haven't heard too many bad things about you, but we still have to find out what happened with this mugging. We know that you helped out with the thunder, but still, the law's the law. Plus, you have been brandishing weapons throughout the city. Heard there were some threats done.
Absolutely. And we are friends of the city, and we'll be glad to help clear this up.
Yeah, we'll pull out his warhammer and just hand it to the guard.
I'll hand over my sickle to Durgan.
I look to Belle, and then I'll look to like Luca and everybody else, and I'm like, but do I have to? Like, do I really have to?
I will hand him my crossbow.
Sparrow, as a sign of good faith in the great professional guardsmen of this city, we should listen to them.
Fine. And then I'll take my rapiers out. Here, you might want this too. And then I'll take my dagger back from Durgan, and I'll hand him that.
Right. Guard comes to each one, he takes it, puts it in the bag. Doing to your show of good faith. We'll go ahead and give it to your dwarf friend here. What's your name? We know the names of the others, but what's your name, Mr. Dwarf?
The name's Dugrin. Dugrin Snowbeard.
Here you go, Dugrin.
I'm up north, right?
Ah, a nice Wendela. All
Yeah.
right. I had an uncle from that way. Here you go. Carry these. Make sure you walk at least 10 paces in front of us. We still have to make sure you don't draw anything.
Sounds good.
All right, so you do that, and he begins walking you through the city. You're still seeing, there's places where there's a little bit of, things still breaking. People are whispering about the gods. You're hearing more and more of that, about how, there was temples have been destroyed from the storm. Magic isn't working. It's just spreading through the town like wildfire, as it would, The gods, someone claiming the gods are falling to earth, and even worse, looking like they're correct. Yeah, there's gods falling. I heard down there in Cormier, even the king himself doesn't know what's going on. What are we gonna do? I don't know.
All of this clamoring is upsetting Chicken.
Alright, another animal handling roll for Chicken real quick. See if Chicken is cooperating and not falling into the fear of the situation. Or if Chicken is... Okay, you made it this time. Chicken is soothed by you. Are you rubbing its feathers?
Yeah, I'm petting Chicken as we're walking.
I talk to Chicken and just tell it to calm down. Everything will be all right. Because speak with animals.
Okay. You know what? If you speak with animals, then yeah, you automatically don't have to do it. Well, do an animal hand anyway. See if Chicken likes it. Charisma, to see if it likes.
Oh!
It's like a cat. Just because you're a vet doesn't mean it's gonna like you. Like, charisma to see if it pecks your hand as you try to go by.
Okay.
Better not roll low, or you're gonna. Oh. Chicken does not like Mr. Snowbeard, and plucks at Mr. Snowbeard's hand.
Hey, you gotta be nicer.
Then looks up at you, silhouette with its eyes, all loving, but then back at Mr. Snowbeard.
I see you still got to work on that.
I have a question for the DM.
Yes.
Since Durgan casts Speak with Animals, what is he hearing Chicken say during this?
Yeah, I'm curious.
Are y'all gonna make me RP a chicken voice on the spot?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Yes,
Okay,
please.
okay,
Very much, yes.
okay. Then we're gonna go with the Peter Griffin chicken voice.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey guys, what's going on? I'm a chicken. The bird is the word. The bird is the word. The bird is the word. Yeah. All right. That's when you hear the chicken. Yeah, I'll cooperate. Yeah. So you get the little. He'll cooperate, but then he still didn't like you. I don't like you. You know? I don't like your opinion.
Snowbeard, are you actually talking with the chicken now?
Yeah. It's pretty easy. Once it's one of the things that my god taught me. Talk to animals. Really helps.
After this is over, you're really gonna have to tell me more about this god of yours. I'm intrigued.
What is the?
What is chicken saying?
Yeah, I want to know.
Well, he's got a very peculiar accent. Right?
Accent?
But he just did normal chicken things really.
I see. Thank you.
Didn't like me for some reason. I don't know. Maybe I'll actually pull some grain, because of course I carry a Druidcraft, a bunch of grain and everything, and put it over the chicken.
All right. Since you can still hear him talking, he's like, "All right, yeah, that's really good. I think I'll have some of that. Yeah."
That's
all right. So chicken goes over there and starts eating a little bit. Starts eating a little bit. As y'all did this, as you walked into the guardhouse and everything. So now, y'all have been walked into the actual, jail, or I should say the jail area. And as you walk in, you see there's a statue that looks like, of a, justice and everything. It's like a man holding up a sword and a shield. You see there's various people in the cells. There's some guards milling around the table. And there's a door, and the guards that are, walking you, back, they say, just keep following us. Don't worry about them. And you see all the guys there milling, and he opens up the door, and you walk into the back room, and inside this room, there's banners on the wall, there's bookcase, and in front of you, you are facing a burly, hard-faced man. He is seated at a desk that bears only a battered warhelm and a naked, battered two-handed sword. Brass rings glint on his hairy fingers. He wears leather armor under a surcoat bearing the purple dragons of Cornmeal. "I am Dothar," he says simply, "officer of the Majesty of Azul. I deal with adventurers such as yourselves. These are the days of strife and hence watchfulness, requiring special actions as our part. As you should have known, arms can only be borne by private individuals in Corbin, only by royal charter. By the king's authority, I can and will issue or revoke any charters pertaining to yourselves according to the acceptability of your own behavior. That is why we are here now. Is that understood? Who speaks for this party?"
If you, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't mind if I do the speaking.
Go ahead. I can't understand a word he's saying anyways.
Really? Am I not coming through clearly? Wait, hold on.
No. This is just a silhouette comment.
Oh, okay.
Sir, first and foremost, we are very grateful to be given the opportunity to serve in this fine city. We are traveling adventurers looking to make the world a better place. And when we heard that this town had some troubles with these apocalyptic storms, we had to come and do what we can. It's been a real honor. We helped out with the exploding scrying crystals. We cleared up some bandits that we turned over to your own men. There was a local wizard who's been causing some trouble that we scared off. Perhaps your men have even related some of the things that we've done to try and help.
His eyebrow raises. "You seem to have a lot of accomplishments." He takes his finger. What? What'd you say?
We're kind of the opposite of the bad guys.
Not according to the report that I've got from these two men.
Are they
And
your men?
No, he takes his finger and he goes like that to one of the guard behind you, because there was two guards that bought you and they're still standing behind you. One of them nods and they go and they come back. And it's the two men from the alleyway. Darn, this room's getting full real quick. I thought I built it big enough. Sorry. Alright. So it's the two men from the alleyway, the two bandits, and as they walk in, they both have this face looking like helpless. That's them, sir. That was the ones that attacked us. I swear we were just... We weren't doing no wrong. And then the one that's the leader's like, no, of course not, sir. We're not those type of people. We were just sitting around. They're the dangerous ones. And he smiles at the, Dolthar with his greasy, rotted tooth smile. I'm harmless. Well, I couldn't hurt the fly.
Oh.
You.
These two.
Dolthar rests back in his chair. What say you have about that? His accusation. And then
Terrible.
Oh, that's hilarious.
We were
Recount
accosted
the
by these
story
men.
to you.
He's a terrible fighter, but he's not. In that respect, he's harmless. But otherwise, they are full of lies.
lies.
Absolute.
There is actually a man who can bear witness to this. There was an old man in the alleyway where they attacked us. If you can find him, you will get the truth.
That's so interesting. He motions to the guard. Guard, he whispers something. Guard kind of nods his head, and he exits the room. And he brings in, the old man.
Good to see you again.
Hey, buddy. I'm gonna put him on top of the table because that's all he can fit. Hey, he comes in now as the guards bring him in. This guy reeks. One of the guards actually holds his nose. And Dolthar, this man, the drunkard, is this who your witness is?
He
The only witness there was, apparently.
All right. I want one of y'all, choose who it is going to tell the story of what happened to the guards, or what happened, how you were attacked, and then we're going to roll your persuasion, and then my guys are going to roll, and they're going to see who Dolthar kind of believes a little bit.
So I would like to nominate, so this is player speaking, I'd like to nominate Duncan to explain it, and Bale will explain why, but then somebody else with a higher roll should probably do the persuasion.
I would love to roll the persuasion.
Okay, so Bale says,
I got a pretty good persuasion too. I just want to point out.
Nice.
I can use superiority dice with persuasion.
Shh, stud.
Nice.
Give
In
Bardic
that case-
inspiration dice to that as well.
And
So-
my persuasion is +5.
So Bale
Mine's plus
says,
10.
so anyway,
I'll go over to whoever starts telling the story and kind of tap on the back and say, just speak the truth. You're good people, and I'm going to give them guidance.
Be that buff, yeah.
so, and Bale says, well, I know if you look at some of us, we look a little different, but you can see this Duncan, he's a fighting man. He comes from a simple background. He's going to speak plainly. Duncan.
So he looks at you. Come forward. Tell me what happened.
I reach into my coat. Oh, is the mic on? Yes. And I pull out my scroll of pedigree and I present it to him. Know that I am Sir Duncan Yindamar El Scoop Yibedorn, and I am a noble. And I swear by the gods, every word that passes from my lips is the truth. I am allowed to bear arms. Just to address that. As are, by extension, my companions. should that be an issue. As you can see, there is a writ indicating that my blood is noble. And therefore, so is theirs.
He bends over, looks at the paper. I've never heard of you or the House of School.
We're pretty far south.
So you're telling me that your reason for brandishing weapon is because...
Oh, no, sir. This is just the introduction. Please, let me complete the tale.
Oh.
Imagine yourself walking through the streets of this city in the eve of a disaster. We were all covered in dust and tired after assisting and helping the citizens, moving rocks, pulling bodies from the rubble. Oh, working so hard. Finding the body of a lizard man on the street and promising a local alchemist, one of good repute, that we would investigate the matter. And then lo and behold, we are lost because, this is not our city. And standing in the alleyway was this scallywag and his fellows. And they accosted us, demanding that there is a toll to pass this alleyway. Brandishing weapons and calling us all manner of names. Crude, nasty, disgusting names, I might add. And then we told them, we said, look, you need to move on. We may not look like much. Actually, we do look like a lot. I mean, look at him. And I point at Bale. Look at him. Why the hell would you mug him? Those horns. Look at that. The whip. Bale, show him. No, actually, no. Don't show him the whip. And I mean, look at him. And then I point at Luca and said, look at Luca. Luca's big.
I'm a gentle giant.
We had assumed that these men were drunk, stupid, struck with madness. Who knows? But they insisted. A fight ensued. We defeated them. We broke them. And as is common when steel is drawn, lives are lost. Regrettably, but that is the case. After which, showing mercy, because as you know, the quality of mercy is not strained, we decided to let them go, provided that they surrendered. This is how they repair our kindness. Scallywags stabbing us in the back, spreading lies and deceit. And that is the beginning and end of our story, my good sir.
I rest my case, and I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna give him an advantage on his roll.
All right.
I'll give him a bardic inspiration.
He's gonna roll like a 30.
And then Durgan gave him the guidance.
Yeah.
You roll a 50.
Oh, so it's at advantage, and afterwards I'll roll a d8 because I'm burning one of my dice. Add to it. So 13 and a 7.
And you get guidance and inspiration.
Okay, this is the d8. Add 7. Guidance is d4.
All right. We got it. Pretty sure I'm not going to beat this score.
So it's 23 total.
And then another D8 for bardic inspiration.
All right.
Okay, we can stop now. We can stop. Okay, I didn't beat it. Okay, we can stop now. We can stop the rolling. We can stop. I did not beat the score. It is done. All right, so I rolled a 9 versus your ridiculously, unbelievably high. So let me go. So
Amazing.
So he looks at your stories. That's I had heard a report of some kind. Let's hear what they have to say. And he walks over. He kind of like moves through the crowd that you're all there in his office, and he stands in front of the two thugs, and one of them begins to speak. He's like, "Well, sir," and the guard's like, the leader's like, "Shut up, I'll speak for us." He does his smile. "You see, sir, I was busy working at the same temple that they were, but I was doing even more. I was getting alms for the poor and helping out. And after I got the alms for the poor, you see, there was this kitten. And I saw the kitten in the tree, so I tried to get him down. And of course I did for the little girl. And I saved her. You know, that's just the way we are. We're, upstanding individuals of society. We would never hurt nobody. And I was just standing with my friend, talking about how much I love the guards of this city, how they keep us safe. You know, men like you, Mr. Dollar, we've all heard of you. And as I was extolling the virtues of all that you do, well, these people, vile aggressors came walking by, and they asked me for directions. Being the kind soul I was, I went over there, and I offered them, the directions, and simply asked for a donation for the arms for the poor. And before I knew it, they were attacking me and slaughtering me.
Where
It was horrible.
where did we ask directions to?
I can't remember. I was in such shock and the PTSD.
We actually did not ask for directions. What had happened was our dear
Then-
friend Mako here floated down an alleyway. We were going after him.
I did
And
do
you
that
saved
so
the
frequently.
kitten. And you saved the kitten from a tree. And I'm just looking around and I'm like, I just realized, where the hell is my cat?
So Dolthar's like, enough, everyone, please aside. And he looks at the guard. He's like, and he looks back at you. And the one, guy tries to smile, his greasy, rotted teeth smile again. And he snaps his finger and points, take them away. No, you're making a mistake, sir. I swear it was them. This ain't us.
I
They
mean,
attacked us
You
first.
could tell he was lying because his lips were moving. That was the giveaway.
On top of which, there were no trees in that alley. Where'd he get the kitten from?
So he takes them away, and Dothar, the guard takes them away as they're, screaming, wait, I swear, you're wrong. Yeah, they just take it away. And Dothar turns to you, and at first he looks serious, and he's like, then he lets out a little smile. I always love doing that. That's one of my favorite things to do. I already knew they were guilty, but I had to make sure that you were the kind of people that could work for us. You see, I have a problem in this city. Due to the recent storm and everything else, there's been a great amount of thievery, as well as, robbery and everything else that's been affecting and plaguing the citizens. I do apologize for that, but I wanted just to make sure that you were streetwise, that you wouldn't come in here and start blabbering and making fools of yourselves. Before I offer you any type of job, I want to make sure that you're capable. Recently, there's been, as you know, with the storm, some great problems. Are you aware of that?
Quite aware.
Oh, yes. The rubble from the temple with the fallen star in it was definitely a hint.
That's not the only thing. There's been trouble with the Zentarum spies in the Stonelands. There's been now raids. Everyone's desperate. Within a matter of now just a day or so, it seems as if the world's turned mad. Now, with this recent rumor of the gods falling to earth, it seems as if madness has taken on the very city itself. I've heard about your fight with these men. And I heard that you defended yourselves rightly, no. But what I really need is a group that will be able to report their movements and report any strange happenings that should happen in this city. I also have, from time to time...
I believe we have something to share with you about the certain wizard then.
Ah, yes. Well, there was a murder had happened in the streets. I have my guards on it now. Someone had exploded some kind of crystal. A man had turned into some kind of man-scorpion.
We tracked the crystal to its source, a shop here in town.
Huh?
And he was apparently being extorted to sell these crystals by a wizard named Northam. He wore green robes and acted rather crass.
I must say. Where is he now?
He unfortunately escaped our capture.
Oh, well, that is most unfortunate. But if you've solved the problem, you at least know who the criminal is now. I will have my gods search this up, but this just lends credence to my thought why you are right. I want to make all of you, if you're willing. I must admit, in this time of desperation, I need all the men I could get. Many guards were killed in the storm. I was wondering if you would be willing, from time to time, to hunt down leads and information. Call yourselves bounty hunters, if you will. Would you be willing to help out with something like that from time to time? I will reward you aptly, and of course I will give you a charter then to carry and bear arms within the city walls. You will no longer have to worry about anyone questioning while you have your swords out. And
I don't like the term bounty hunter. Is there a better title?
Not fond of that either. Maybe
Like
perhaps
deputy.
sheriffs, deputies,
Deputy sheriffs.
deputy sheriffs, or
any title.
I've got it. Guardsmen.
Any title you would like would be perfectly acceptable.
Deputy
Bounty
guard.
hunters, deputy. The bottom line is I need you to keep an eye on what's going on in the city and make sure it doesn't continue to spiral down into hell itself.
And you require us to report our movements.
I would prefer to know where you are, know what's going on, so I can keep a connection, not to be spying on you, but if you're going to be working for me, I need to have as much information as possible to know where my men are, so I'm not wasting my resources. I'm already spread as thin as possibly I could be, and now, of course, again with the storm affecting all of
Not as thin as you can be. You're sitting in this office, speaking. You're not out there seeing what's actually happening.
Stop using logic on the DM. No,
I suspect that what
I
you're-
do not play well with authority. Good day. And then Silhouette leaves the room.
wait. I have a reward. Before you leave, know that the reward is many chicken. No, I'm joking. But he lets
There's
you
only
go.
one chicken for Miku.
All right, so
I suspect
you
what's
go ahead.
I suspect what you want is a daily report or a weekly report of some kind.
Yes, just something to let us know again, so I can know where you are in the field, and of course keep track of information. This way, at this point, everything is shattered. We're in pieces. I need to have as much information as possible so I can make educated decisions.
And how will you get in touch with us to let us know when there's something that needs to be investigated?
That is why I'm relying on you. If you can get your word of your reports back to me, that would be greatly appreciated. If you can't, if you're out there in the wilderness, that will be understood as well. It is
All right.
simply a request, not a demand.
Are there
Prepare your license and then
Are there any formal city functions coming up in the future, like a ball or any sort of social functions with the hierarchy of the town by chance?
Not that I know of. None that I am aware of at this time. But as I said, I will have jobs for you, of course, from time to time. Searching down individuals, organizations, finding out what's going on, keeping, this city as safe as possible. So you are willing to help with that. Honorary, as you said it, what was the term? Deputies?
Deputy.
That you want?
we'll figure out the wording at some other point.
Deputy.
More importantly, though, the official papers, at least that's something that we can wave at the guards in case they ask us while we're sticking noses into other people's business.
All right, he gets his pen out.
And
He
the
takes
weapons.
He begins filling out, and then hands a scroll over to you. Here, if anyone should ask, this is your official charter to carry weapons within the city. I've also sealed it with the official seal of Arabelle, letting you know that you are my deputies, or whatever title, as you would call it. If anyone has a problem with that, then they also have a problem with me. Let them know that, personally, Dothar will speak to them if they do.
Thank you.
I've done similar work for worse people, so sounds good to me.
He seems on the up and up. I mean, he's looking to protect the people of the city. The way I see it, You're not asking us to do anything that we wouldn't have already done anyway, so might as well make it official.
Agreed.
Yeah.
We'll get in less trouble when Sparrow stabs people, so that's a plus.
Well, the stabbing thing, we need to discuss that.
Why? Why would you say that? You know what? I'm leaving too. Wait, did anybody report a cat being missing? You know, did anybody bring a cat to you? I'm looking
Did
for
you
my
have
kitten.
breakfast yet?
Oh, are you asking Dolthar about the cat?
Yes, I'm asking.
All right, so he brings in, he says, a cat. Well, we don't have, I have to confess, I don't have my brightest men on it, but we may have heard something. Get Otis from Lost and Found. Yeah. Otis. Yeah, Miss Dolthar, what can I do for you? Yeah, Miss Dolthar. Otis, have you heard anything about the missing cat? Missing cat here. 1 second. No, sir. Nothing about Mr. Cat there. But, I did see something about chickens, running around the tavern or something there, sir. Oh, you need me to go check that out? No. Fine. Thank you.
Well, just
You go.
tell them, keep an eye out for like a little kitten that's black and it has red spots and, okay?
Oh, okay. I'll keep an eye out for a kitten with black spots. You got it. You got it, ma'am. Oh, why you all blue? Hey, why he blue? Oh, okay. All right. See you later. Bye.
Bye-bye. Wow, you were right. He was really not bright.
I feel confident that he'll find the cat.
He's
Just
got
out
a
of
top man on it.
curiosity. Just out of curiosity, where was the last place you saw the cat, Sparrow?
Right before the fight with the thugs.
Oh, this was an alley cat.
No. I have a kitten that I have with me. Right when we came to town.
Oh,
And, yeah, and I was gonna leave him with Laurent, but he tried to charge me, so I took him back and I let the cat go. Well, I put the cat on the ground and then we started fighting, and I'm pretty sure it just ran off.
Well, Dugrin can talk to animals, so maybe he could help.
Can you?
I was just talking to the chicken earlier.
Oh man, that'll be awesome.
Is that it, Lord Dolthar?
May I have my weapons back?
Yes.
Well, Dilbrin's got him. I'm sure we can have him back.
Feel free to call your weapons. As I said, the charter that I have given you will allow if anybody questions it. So you may brandish your weapons, but please do not bring attention to yourselves whipping your weapons all around. I don't need everyone asking questions and wanting a charter for themselves.
Sheriff, I have one request.
Fair enough. And we're staying at the, I give him the name of the inn for now.
It's the...
I'll call it the Out End.
Yeah, we'll just call it the inn for now.
Well, the Out End Inn.
All right. Yes, I know at the tavern that you're in, inn that you are at. As I said, I've sent my men there this morning to retrieve you, so of course I'm well aware where you're at.
All right.
Oh, I do have one favor I would wish to ask of you.
Yes, what is that, sir?
So there is a wizard by the name of, what was that guy's name?
Norfolk?
Narfum, was it?
Yeah, Northam.
Northam. Yeah, said he was trying to muscle into the scrying crystal business. We don't know if he's a local or not. We don't know if he has property here. Is there any way you could talk with the tax collectors and try and give us some information about who this guy is and where we can find him?
I think I could handle that. Let me go ahead and I'll put one of my best men on it. I'll get you some information and send it to the tavern if I should hear it.
Outstanding. Thank you, sir.
Excellent.
Not a problem. Oh, and by the way, Mr. Barr, I heard you put on a wonderful performance the other night and really eased the comfort of the people in there.
Always a pleasure.
Good job, sir.
Before we go, is it possible if we get like a pair of manacles or something just in case, instead of trying to tie people up all the time?
What's wrong with tying people up? What if
Nothing is wrong with
enjoy- What if I enjoy tying people up?
I mean-
we're not that kind of stream. We're not 50 Shades of D&D. No.
What's wrong with rope?
Nothing's wrong with rope, but sometimes
Sometimes what?
people just can get loose if we're not,
Not when I tie them up.
I mean, you guys almost let the other two walk away, trick you into.
That's
Yeah, but that was different because it was treasure in the forest.
Let me tell you, in the South, in Bedorn, we learned rope tricks at a very early age. I know rope, and I know how to tie people up.
I'm not questioning your customs, but
Would you like me to tie someone up? I can suspend them from the ceiling too.
I mean, maybe
One leg on the
we should
ground.
save that for. We should.
I do very good suspension. I won't be choked.
I didn't
all
know
in the
David
rope.
Carradine was in this group.
Oh my.
How you handle the rope. You need to burn the strands off the rope and then rub it down with beeswax. It really helps.
Okay.
Go with the manacles. I'm not having that.
I would still like to take them just because.
You're doing all this in front of Dolthar, and he's now looking at the both
so
of
sorry.
you.
Sparrow, I did not mean to kink shame you. Please get your manacles.
Wait, what?
One of the guards kind of leans in, and he's like, you can hear him kind of whisper to Dolthar, "Sir, are you sure you want to make that deputy?" Dolthar kind of just
can
looks
we
at
hear
you and
that?
just, yeah, you can hear it a little bit, but Dolthar looks at you and he kind of just like does the eyes closed thing. He's like here, take these mandibles, and please be careful.
Thanks, and I'm walking out. I don't know what to even say to that.
I mean, all the best adventures, just a little bit mad.
And I did not stab that guy, okay? Please stop saying I stabbed that guy. I didn't do that.
You did stab him.
Oh, we still have to have that discussion, by the way, about the stabbing of prisoners.
Oh yeah.
Do we? I mean, he just told us we could.
It is unnecessary and sadistic. And you shouldn't do it.
I mean, you can threaten to stab them. That's great. But actually stabbing them, it's a little too far.
What if he bled out?
Well, make a medicine check on him. He didn't.
Yeah, but what if he did? Then poor Luca would be stuck as a man-scorpion thing, whatever. I have no idea.
Okay, I guess I won't stab people in the knees anymore.
We would have found another way to turn me
Maybe.
back.
Yeah, not when they're prisoners.
Mm.
Just we can't play favorites here. I mean, I did certainly show a great deal of displeasure when Bale did what he did. But I understand, Bale. I'm not judging you much. I understand that you're carrying around a cursed item.
Yeah.
And we're going to do something about that, brother. Let me tell you.
Well, and who's to say Luca really is cured? I mean, what happens at the next full moon and he turns back into a giant scorpion? We don't know.
I doubt that will happen.
You could be a were-scorpion.
Oh, you guys, I probably left right after I said maybe. I didn't stick around for that conversation.
I've spent a lot of time with Sparrow, and I'll tell you that's not exactly true to her character if you look at it like that. I'm sure she was under the strain we all were trying to help Luca get back to a regular state.
And I thank you all. That was much appreciated.
I start rubbing a silver coin on Luca. Is this uncomfortable for you?
Only in that it's very awkward.
Keeping my eye on you.
I put away the rope that I was displaying to everyone while I was explaining things.
You saw some strange customs around here.
I've never had someone rub my leg with a silver coin before.
My friend, you just haven't lived.
I suspect Midnight might have something for us at this point. After she's done praying over that star fragment.
Oh, midnight. Yeah, that's right.
Let's say we go back to the tavern and check up on her.
Maybe she can give us some information in more private company so we don't make the town go into a tizzy.
Should I assume y'all are wanting to go back to the tavern then?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Let's take a quick 10-minute break because we haven't taken a break yet. And let's do that. And then we'll come right on back and we'll get ready. Just while everybody takes a break, I want to let people also know about our friends over at Dungeons and Dragons Creative Table Designs. Man, that is a site that you'll see me on a lot. I think I just posted something up there just the other day. They're really great if you're looking for inspiration, in building your tables. I remember one of the things that really inspired me about that was just one of the builds that Todd had did. He has like a lot of the clear plexiglass things that he does, and like he'll put like clouds and stuff to make it look like a floating castle in the sky. I still haven't done that yet, but I'm gonna have to do one of those. But yeah, I highly suggest you check that out. And thank you to all the viewers. Thank you to our sponsors, such as, again, Reaper Miniatures, Troll Lord Games, Stat Trackers, and again, Dungeons and Dragons Creative Table Designs. We appreciate your support and appreciate the support of subscribers, Patreon supporters as well. And again, just coming here, even if you can't subscribe to us, that's okay. We understand, COVID, it's hard times, man. Economy's rough. But anything you can do, if you even have an Amazon Prime subscription you'd like to give to us and donate and use it because you get a free subscription, all the money that we get, we don't just like throw it into the wind. If you've been watching, and I promise, if you watch our first show that we started in season 1, the very first episode, versus now, you'll see where your money went. You'll hear it too. One of the things that we bought was this Blue Yeti mic. So yeah, we're serious about this. We've been doing it already for an entire season. That was a year about. And now we're here on season 2. We run 2 games. And then we also have other streams that we run as well. Every bi-weekly Friday, it's the Evil Team for Dungeons and Dragons. And then bi-weekly Saturdays, it's the Good Team for today. And then bi-weekly Sundays, DM Raven runs Pandemonium on his channel, which is awesome. It's a world of hell. And then on Mondays, we have me and 4 other people right now where we all play co-op RPGs over the PC and, just like co-op games. Right now we're playing Pulsar, which is amazingly fun. If you've never played Pulsar, it is very, very enjoyable, much more enjoyable than I thought it would be. And it's much more deeper than I thought. It's a very enjoyable game. But yeah, we have a lot of things going on. We're going to be re-airing, if I'm not mistaken. Eric, are you still here? I think Eric stepped away. He's like my business development, and I think he was talking to Raven, who does our editing, that we're going to be airing with the permission of Gary Khan and the Founders and Legends game that both he and I and Eric are in, and we'll be airing that, where we play with Stefan Corney, Ann Carlton, Luke Gygax, David Baxter. So a lot of big names in the industry. Obviously, you know who Luke Gygax is. It's the son of Gary Gygax, who invented Dungeons and Dragons. So probably know that already. But yeah, it was a really fun game. I was a cleric. I basically played the crazed Irishman. So we'll be airing that, and you'll be able to watch it as well. So a lot of great things happening here on this channel. We are going to be starting a new stream when Eric is ready that I'll be playing as well. That I think he said he's going to do a 1st edition. He might do 5th. He's still trying to decide. I actually hope it's a 1st edition game because I would love to play some old school Dungeons and Dragons, deadly D&D where you could die at any turn. It's serious stuff. So I'd really love to be a player. Just to be a player in general would be great because obviously when you have a setup like I do, people always want you to DM. That's the trap of DMing. It's like, yeah, your stuff is cool. So now you always be the DM. So, and anyone who's ever DM'd before, once you start, people never let you stop. But, it's fun. I enjoy DMing and creating all this stuff. If I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't be here doing it. So, because I have another job that actually supports this. That's how much I love doing it. Currently, the module that we ran, for one of the games that we have, another game that I did with Stefan Bercorny, if you look on our channel, it was a few months ago, where he was in a game where I did the first part of a module that I'm writing called the Undead Horde. of Fae'run, or Rise of the Undead Horde. It was really cool. I had the fog machine going with the fog master and everything else. So you had all the undead. You had the town was on fire, and I had the lighting effects going. So it was a really, really cool stream. You had some tech issues though. It figures like on that really awesome game. That's when tech issues kicked in, but it was still really awesome. And I'm going to be selling that module and giving it away to our Patreon supporters. So if you're a Patreon supporter, a top tier, you're going to get every piece of that module as I write it and play it with Stefan, because he's going to, I believe, be coming back to play that, him and Anne, as well as maybe some other guest stars. Maybe, you know, we'll invite some other people in the industry, and maybe they can come play in that module as well. And that will be a 1E module, but also I have it as 5E. I've written both versions. And again, you'll be getting those as I write them. And by the end, it will be a full module. Each one that I write is like a 3 to 4 hour session. So you're like, okay, you can block it out and do it. Of course, as I go on, that might change, because when you're writing, you know, sometimes the narrative forces you to stretch it out. But again, those are things, the advantages that you'll get. If you check out our social media, you can see all the builds that I do. I do a lot of builds, also crazy videos, me dressed in crazy outfits, whatever, all the stuff. So all the social media stuff, plug social media, go do the thing, hit the button, do the like, all that good stuff. But yeah, and our Discord as well, you can chat with us up there. You know, we hang out. Stream suggestions, we try to get to that as fast as we can. Obviously, we're not always super fast, but we always get there. But yeah, you can hang out, chat with us, suggest games that we could play, all that good stuff. The normal stuff that people do on Discord and on social media and Facebook and Twitter and all that other stuff. So yeah, a lot of good stuff going on. I will be right back. Let me see if there's any questions in chat that I can answer. I apologize if anyone has, you know, subscribed to us tonight, or if they follow us. I want to say thank you. I don't always get a chance. We're going to start just having JC, the tech wizard back there, the man behind the curtain, the wizard. I'm going to have him just start yelling out, you know, oh, we had a follower, you know, right in the middle. Because so this way, y'all, you know, we acknowledge that you're trying to help us and everything else. So I do apologize if I'm not able to get on that immediately. But let me see. I don't see any questions, so I'll be right back in about 5 minutes. Alrighty, I'm back. I hope everybody's having a good time here. Let's see. Let me know when everybody's back. Oh, turn on the camera because I want to say something about Amy.
Oh, the camera is on.
Yeah, can you? Yes.
It's on real quick.
Okay. Hey, everybody. I just want to point out one of my players on the evil team, named Amy. She actually plays To Hell and Back. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to her for doing some amazing painting. She painted these gates for me that I got with my Fog Monster 2, and this is really cool. So yeah, these gates she painted. She also painted the back to make these look really amazing. So I just want to give a shout out to her for doing that. Thank you very much, Amy. If you're watching, I don't know if you are, but thank you for doing that wonderful paint job. And I hear she's working on some Underdoom stuff right now. And thank you to also Rich. My friend Rich is out there if he's watching. He painted a lot of my minis before, and he painted my minis before I know how much people charge to paint minis. I mean, this guy was painting like wonderful, quality painting for like $10 or $15. It was insane. I later found out that minis, the paint, if you want really good quality, it costs up to $150 per mini, if not more. So it was an eye opener when I later found out how much minis cost to paint. So thank you so much, Rich, for all that you do. And thank you for all the people that help me out, all the people, volunteer their time for Nerdbauchery. Thank you to the painters, just everybody, and thank you to the players, this cast that take their time to come in here every other week and playing these games. It takes a lot of commitment to keep coming, and I know that, and I'm glad that you choose to come play in my games, play with the DM that always can't seem to remember all the rules. But he tries. So yeah, thank you so much. Is everybody back? Okay. Well then, let me put everybody in a place. Because we're moving over. I thought you already moved the camera. So give me 1 second and we'll get started. All right.
Sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. I just want you.
I don't have problems with prostitutes per se. Some of my best friends are prostitutes.
Well, we could call it whatever we want, but at the end of the day, we're doing the same thing that a bounty hunter does.
Only I'm
We're
not
getting-
afraid
We're
to
getting the bad
take,
guys and we're getting paid.
and I'm not afraid to do what needs to be done.
That's the operative term. Does it need to be done?
Need.
Sometimes yes, sometimes it does need to be done. I mean, we just have to explain ourselves to the captain of the guard or whoever he was. I wasn't really listening, but
Over.
from the people that you guys took in who tried to lie to you and tell you that there was treasure out in the woods, they just lied on us. And that could have been avoided if we had killed them. Would it have sat well on your consciences? Oh my God, I'm talking so fast.
It was a nuisance, but I feel better that I didn't kill them, especially after
absolutely.
they killed it.
I don't like being lied on. I don't know about you, Mr. Nobleman, but I don't like being lied on. I let my reputation speak for itself.
Their
Well-
lies were laughable. They pose no threat to us.
Yes, none at all. In the grand scheme of things, though, I can't really go around the world killing everyone who lies to me.
No. That's not what I said. I said I don't like being lied on. I'm not saying we have to kill everybody, but I'm saying sometimes you just have to do what you have to do.
And sometimes what is right doesn't really line up with what the law thinks is right, what's legal. Sometimes you have to do things that are outside the law. I get that, but I think a good portion of people in the world would like to do what's right. I like to believe that, at least.
Be good for goodness sake. For goodness sake.
Oh,
I mean, do we have to be good all the time? I mean, what's a little goodness without a little chaos, you know?
So I have a great dirty joke. Okay, so if you don't like being lied on, maybe you need a lighter partner. Uh-huh. No, never mind.
Somebody please get this man a wig. I'm tired of looking at his head.
You are correct, madam.
I'm just saying, you know, it's gonna come to a point where you have to put your moral standings aside and make a decision. And I'm sorry to say, but you guys, I don't think you guys are capable of doing that.
So, I believe in giving people a second chance. I think
I
you
will do
realize
what's
that.
necessary.
Oh, what was that, Silhouette?
I will do what's necessary.
She gets it. The dwarf gets it. Dorgan, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting your name.
Forgive me if I am overstepping some bounds here, but I believe that I was giving you a second chance, Silhouette. Or no, a Sparrow. What you told me when you were drunk the other night, where you remembered me from. I'm giving you a second chance. And I believe in giving everyone that.
That's understandable. But when second chances are wasted on people who don't deserve them, what you do is necessary.
And if they fail the second time, I agree with you.
Like, how about the wig shop?
Axie is having this conversation on the way to the wig shop. It's like mad serious.
I will agree. If he mugs me again, I'm going to kill him.
Oh, yes. They are dead.
That's
Dead men if they try again.
Tony, I
He's
think
dumb
you're
enough to
muted.
do that, then yeah, certainly I'll end him without a second thought. But sparing his life, I'm fine with that. Him lying and trying some stupid tactic to get us into trouble, that's just sad.
Seriously.
Tony, if you were trying to talk, I think you're muted.
All right. As y'all are having this conversation, though, because you're having this conversation on the street,
We're walking to the wig shop, yeah.
right as you're doing this, in the middle of that, a halfling female runs past you, and she, there's the city again, and you, as you're walking, it's midday. The city has a bunch of people. There's people milling about. You smell the cooking and everything else. You see the horses. You can smell a little bit of the manure on the street. All the sights and smells of a medieval town as you're walking along and hearing the whispers about the gods. But this halfling female runs past you, and as she stumbles and falls, she bumps into you, and she spills out some of the contents of a pack on her back. As she quickly
help her pick it up.
Well, she quickly, before you even do that, she quickly gets back up, leaving the contents on the ground behind her. Running. She's like kind of like she did a bump and just kept on running. Like it was almost like not even a fall full, just like kept on running. Behind her, there's a man is running, and he's pushing through the crowd, and he yells, "Stop the halfling! Stop her! Stop, let her go!" Well, are y'all gonna try to chase her, or what do y'all want to do? And he's now coming past you, and what are y'all gonna do? Are you trying
I'm
to
gonna go ahead and stand in his way and hold up a hand, be like, "Whoa, hold on there, sir."
I will chase after her.
All right, so we're gonna go down the line and see who does what. So Mako's gonna say, "Hold on, sir," as he's coming, running and fully towards you. Eric, what do you do? What are you gonna do?
Can I make a quick perception on all the stuff that got left behind?
Yeah. Go ahead and do that.
Or investigation, either one. Whichever would be appropriate, because it's quick.
Give me a perception, because it's very quick.
Yep. Okay. Here we go.
Tell me what you rolled.
Okay, I'm gonna add a D4 to that.
Oh, all right.
With my talisman, I can use that 3 times a day. There you go. So add that.
All right. So you run. You quickly see that there's like a note on the ground and everything else. But that is all you can really see, because it's really quick. Like you're glancing, so you can see there's like a note and a scroll and maybe a few little pieces of like yarn and bits of trinkets that might be down there. But it's just a quick view. You don't even have time to pick it up. Like it's right there. You saw it. Your perception that's what she dropped. Well, actually, I'll tell you. You can pick it up. You grabbed it. You got it. I'll say you grabbed it. Okay, so you've grabbed that quickly snatched it up off the ground. Obviously, you didn't have time to read it. You just snatched it up off the ground. All right, so that's what you did. Next, let's go down the line. Scoop, Duncan, what are you doing? I think he's muted. Duncan, are you muted?
Sorry, trying to unmute. Can I grab her?
No, she's passed.
Is she gone?
Yeah, she's past you, and this guy is right almost on you. He's saying, "Go after her! Don't stop her! Stop her!"
Yeah, I'll just run her. I'll run her down.
You gonna try to run her down? Okay. You're running her down. And Sparrow, what are you doing?
I said I was gonna chase after her.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Mako, I know you're talking. Luca, what are you doing?
They got a fighter going after the lady. I'll stay with the Mako to try to get the guy, see what's going on.
Okay. Silhouette, what are you gonna do?
I want to. I would like to use a key point to use Step of the Wind and basically do an 80 feet jump like onto the roof as I'm chasing after the woman.
Okay. That's pretty cool. All right, so you're jumping onto a roof chasing her. All right. I'll put you. I know just where to put you. All right. So that's what you're doing. And finally, Mr. Durgan, what are you doing?
Well, as someone with probably the lowest movement speed, I am not going to be giving chase, but I will watch to see what happens with this guy that's yelling after the halfling.
Okay. All right. All the people that are running after the halfling, go ahead and give me both athletics check and an acrobatics check. Actually, it's 2 athletics check. Now, they're nice low rolls. All you have to do is, all of them are 10s. 2 athletics, 1 acrobatics. Beat a 10 on all 3, and you're able to keep up with her and everything.
Wait, I'm sorry. What? two athletics and 1 acrobatics?
And 1 acrobatics. Because this is the chase. As the chase is ensuing. Right? And I'll describe who makes it, who doesn't. If you've made all of them, just let me know who's made all of them.
I made like 1.
Yeah, I only made 2 of them.
I made 2. I missed one of the athletics.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So as you begin, you all begin chasing her down the road, and she's going and she's looking back. Stop her, grab her, get her. And you're not able to completely catch up with her, and you see her dart down this alleyway. Now the guy behind you, you've now beat past him because he's gonna have to deal with these other people. Let's see what happens. So as she's jumping over, carts and everything. She's pushing through people, dodging through their legs because she's a halfling. You're doing your athletics. You're just trying to get up to her, but again, she's just so fast and so wiry as she's jumping off all these things. And then one of the carts is pushed in front of you, and you're not able to jump over it in time. So all of you, you're not able to get a hand on her. You're just able to stay out of reach of her as she's darting around that corner. And the other people that are all in front, waiting for this guy who's running, what do y'all do? He sees, are y'all just standing there in front, like as he's coming?
I kind of interpose myself, stepping from him. Whoa, hold on there.
What
What's
the
the matter here?
hell are you doing? Out of my way! He begins just like pushing you, and he's just so he can get past to keep running. Give me, since he
Can I
had
grab his shoulder or something?
That's what I was about to do. Give me a, since he has an inertia, because he kind of was pushing you while he was moving, it's going to be a little bit of a disadvantage for you, just a -2 for this. But
Sure.
give me an athletics and beat a 17, because he's just, all right, so
I did.
you're able to,
21.
he's able to, you're able to just grab his shoulder, he falls down, he's like, don't you know that halfling is guilty of murder? Let me go! Don't follow your friends! Come on, we have to catch her! Don't you know what she's done?
They will deal with her. Tell us what happened exactly.
I don't
We
have
need more
time.
than accusations.
We don't have time. We have to go. Come on now. No. And he just look up desperate. He's telling you, come on, we have to go. She's getting away. All right. So
She won't. I have faith in my friends. Who did she murder?
she had give me an insight check.
Watching what's happening there too, so I'm gonna.
Yeah.
see.
So everybody who's listening to the guy, everybody give me insight. All right, Durgan.
Ooh.
Everybody else, you
I haven't,
get
I haven't
the-
rolled yet.
Oh, okay.
But, you said insight?
Yeah, insight.
Here we go.
All right. Everybody but Durgan, you see the desperation in his eyes seems so like, come on, we gotta go. Don't you understand? Come on, we gotta rush. This desperate look in his eyes. But Durgan, to you, it seems like, doesn't look like, you get the feeling like his eyes just aren't, like when people are really sad, they have like their eyes kind of go a little bit, or they're in a panic. You can see like something changes in their face. It doesn't seem to be doing that. It almost looks like he's putting it on to you. Come on, you gotta go now. He's gonna get away. Don't you understand?
I'm gonna go and like grab him, like, okay, take it down a notch. You're not putting this on for anyone.
What are you talking about? I'm gonna roll. Let's see here.
Now, calm
Everybody-
yourself. What
Alright,
is this all about then?
I have to find that halfling is guilty of a murder of a man named Algernon Scoop. You have to let me find him.
You
Don't
say
you-
Scoop?
Yes, he's guilty. That don't you understand? He's getting away with it. Algernon Scoop was murdered, and if we don't find that halfling, come on, we have to go. He was
My friends are trying to catch her now.
all right. So.
Okay. This is going to get awkward.
Um,
I don't hear this, I assume. I'm still chasing after the halfling.
Yeah, so you don't know that they're saying Scoop. Algernon Scoop was murdered, and that halfling is guilty, and if you don't let us catch him right now. And he tries to calm down. I know you told me to calm down, but you gotta understand, not only that, what that halfling on it is, we have to find her. Please.
Hey,
I like
hey
to-
Will, what does that letter in your hand say?
Yeah, I'd like to open that.
Guy down.
I was waiting for my chance. I want to open that and see if it says anything.
Okay. You open up the letter, and it seems to be like information about, like, you begin reading it. It describes like a hideout, information about Algernon Scoop, that he was a great, archaeologist. It's like a letter describing like his last will and testament, being an archaeologist, and how he's left his fortune where he wants it to go to someone called DS, but then the rest of the letter is like illegible.
This looks like Duncan's father.
We
Unless
don't have
someone's pulling- unless someone's pulling a trick on us.
What are the chances?
Right. While you're doing that, while you're examining that, I want the stream to end on some exciting stuff. So while you're doing that, the people who are catching up, because they saw the halfling round the corner, right? And let's see, who were the three people that were? It was Duncan,
Silhouette.
Space, or Sparrow, and Silhouette, right?
Yes.
Those are all the people running. All right. So here now. You guys catch up to the halfling right as she runs into a dead end, surrounded by some stones and everything else, like a big pile of stone and debris. You get to the halfling.
I was on rooftops or whatever,
Oh, that's right.
higher
that's right.
elevation.
I'm gonna put you up here. All right. So you were able, with your higher elevation, but you might not be able to see yourself in the shot, but you're actually up on top of the little burnt out roof area
Nice.
that you'll see inside there. So now you're kind of like in a burnt out kind of roof. But as you round the corner, you see the halfling stops. Please don't hurt me. I don't want to be hurt.
Why are you running from the guy?
Stay calm. We're not going to hurt you.
They want to find my map. The one left to me by Algernon. Oh my no.
Did she say map?
A map. Yes, Algernon. They want to know it. It's the location of a source of great vast fortune and power. Please, they're not following you. Oh no, wait, I see something. And behind you, out comes, you see, like a ranger. It looks like a ranger dressed in scale mail, and he has like a bow. And then you see a girl dressed in red, and they all come out. But even worse, behind them, and you can't believe this because you're down like almost an abandoned street at this point, you see the unbelievable. 2 mind flayers walking right behind these people. and they
Oh
say,
shit! Do we
Yes.
know what a mind flayer is?
Oh shit!
Yeah.
you hear in a raspily, bubbly voice, one chance now. Give us the halfling, and you can walk away with your lives and your brains in your head. And you also see that they're up on top of one of the pillars, or actually on one of the towers. I don't know if you can see it in the shot. There's a mind flayer, and this mind flayer, he seems to be holding a staff and a wand in one hand, and he's just looking over while the other two mind flayers don't look to be dressed as nice. They're the ones kind of like talking to you, or at least you have one mind flayer there, and there's another because they're kind of surrounded you. If you can see in the shot, I'll put the light in it. They've got you in a corner. They've got one mind flayer, two people here, and one mind flayer with the ranger here, and the other ones are underneath this roof. There's like a bridge connecting the two buildings here, and we'll get that in the shot in a few minutes. And then there's a tower with the roof up here where the other mind flayer is standing on top of the tower, the one that looks, I guess, in your mind, the pseudo de facto leader. So they've got you out surrounded inside this small area right here, and they're give us the halfling now. One chance, or die here.
Can I respond?
Oh, go ahead. No, you're fucked.
Wait though. Before we start this, it's the end of the stream.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I was going to talk shit, but I will save that for next time.
What a way to end it though, where you're surrounded by, mercs and some mind flares.
I trust my friends to deal with this.
Yeah.
I was, when you said that, Luca, I was so in my mind laughing. I was like, oh boy, I trust my friends will be just fine.
They got it.
They're sitting there reading that letter, like, yeah, what's going on with this letter? And hideout. Okay, this is cool. All right, their friend mind flayers are going to be eating their brains. All right, so that's it. We don't know.
So wait, Tony, just for clarification, you said this is a dead end, right?
Yes, you're
So
backed up against the wall right now. You're backed up against the wall. You can see it. There's a pile of stone and debris. Miku is up on the building to the right, so she's almost at the same height as that one mind flayer that's on the tower.
I'm just wondering if it sees me.
How high is this height?
Give me
how high up is she?
I'd say Miku's about 60 feet up, or about 40 feet, excuse me, along with the mind flayers about the same height, about 45.
Should I give a stealth?
35. Yes, I was just about to say, but let's hold off to the next.
Darn
game.
it. I clicked anyways.
Everybody wants to keep going because they've seen the mind flayers. Like, oh my god. Okay, and this is going to be a crazy battle because you got a mind flayer up high who's totally up there on top of the tower. And then you're surrounded. So, and the rest of your party's in there. I thought the rest of the party would be there with you all. So this is going to be real interesting.
You guys got this.
This is going to be
We're gonna go
really
get that
interesting.
wig. We have to go get that wig first.
You guys are gonna go wig and then we're just gonna die. Thanks.
Dude, yeah.
So you're going to find like 3 bodies with brains missing.
At least Mako can go in now when he goes to the funeral for his friends. He'd be quaffing it, spraying it, making it look good. All right, so we don't know. Maybe they won't attack. Maybe they'll turn up. Maybe they'll turn over the halfling to the viewers. We don't know. They've given these people a chance to turn over the halfling. Maybe mind flayers can be trusted. Maybe they're good people. I don't know. I mean, maybe they keep
I
their
want to
word.
ask though, are we familiar with mind flayers? Do I know what they are?
I'm sure they're very, very respectable, honorable people.
I mean, we had a city full of scorpion people. Well, these are octopus people.
And
I don't want to be judgmental.
In
Scared.
Because they look gross.
And in that
I
picture,
was just judgmental. Oh no. Yeah.
So we're gonna say goodbye right now. But in that picture is actually a mini that my friend Rich painted. He painted that mini.
That's cool.
Cool.
Yeah, he painted that. So he did a great job. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you tune in for next week's Evil game. You know, for the Evil game, they just conquered that keep in Dagger Falls, and now there's de facto leaders kicking back, ruling after they've slaughtered up, everybody. So it's going to be real fun to see what happens now that they got their own little home, their own private base, which is their own little keep. And now they can pretty much go around and slap townfolk around and make them listen. So it's going to be fun to see the RPing of how they become rulers of the city so far. And then, of course, the week after that, we'll have this good game where you get to see this, what happens with these mind flayers and who is this, this halfling. And then Albernon Scoop is related to Duncan Scoop. I mean, mysteries abound. We don't know. Oh, and let's not forget about the bounty hunter missions the deputy missions. Maybe there'll be something about that. And of course, then we've got the main story. So it'll be up to the party to decide.
While we're at it.
Yeah, and we also have Mako's hand. But they've got the party has a lot to think about. In the meantime, what they're gonna want to do, what path they're gonna want to take. Will they do this? Will they do that? But you will find out next session. You're definitely gonna find out what happens with the mind flayers. Whether they continue that quest line, that will be up to them after. All right. So make sure I hope all our friends on D&D Creative Table Designs. Hope you enjoyed this show. Please check out our sponsors. Reaper Miniatures, Stat Tracker, Cholog Games. You can click on their logos, and also we of course put their stuff in the chat. And don't forget to check us out on our social media. I'm plugging just plug. Social media, pound stuff, likes, all that good stuff. Thank you. And thank you for our viewers, followers, and all the people who are subscribed to us. You're continuing to help bring out quality performance here and just improve things. And again, like I said, that game with Luke Gygax and Stefan and Ann and David Baxter, all that is going to be aired with the permission of Gary Khan and the Founders and Legends. I think Eric had gotten permission to re-air that. Is that correct, Eric?
Yep, we got permission to copy it and place it on our YouTube channel, so it'll probably be up in next week, I'm assuming.
Awesome. So you'll get to watch us play with, the son of Gary Gygax, literally the prince himself. So that was pretty awesome. All right, so we'll see you later, and thanks for all the followers tonight. Bye. See y'all later.
Sure.
I never got this in my letter home.
Rip.
And I never might.